Guys, I have an amazing joke for you. Oh my god, this is an amazing one. Really, really awesome. Top notch. Best joke you ever heard of. Ever. Why is dark spelled with a K and not a C? Because you can't see in the dark. Ha! I'm hilarious.
Little Miss Sunshine, Rihanna, where you at?
You have my heart, and we'll never be one.
What's up, Oshean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 4 battle for the Pokemon for Glory Next Generation. Today we're facing off against Aaron2420. Yes, I know it's Aaron, but this guy is a really cool guy. He's a class act. Make sure you go check out his channel. He did an awesome video describing the new legality check for PK Hex or for homebrew, whatever it was. I don't know too much about Jenning, but he was one of the first people I saw made that video, so make sure to go check him out. He makes a lot of awesome content. Anyways, let's get into the matchup and let's get into all this other stuff. Before we do that, I just want to say thank you guys because we are so close to 200 subscribers. We are at 195 at the time of recording this video. This is on actually the Wednesday before this is going up. So if you have not hit the subscribe button already, make sure you do so. Okay, be one of the first 200 people part of the Ocean. That would be an awesome thing. Anyways, let's get into the matchups now. So our opponent has an awesome team, guys. Really, it's damn scary. He has a Manaphy, which is super threatening. Florges, Alolan Ninetales, Donphan, Incineroar, Stunfisk, Buzzwole, Crobat, Xatu, Tropius, and the monster Aegislash. And of course, he has his Z Crystal being the Ghost DMZ, a great crystal to pair with Aegislash. We have the Celesteela, Rotom-Wash, Crocodile, Snorlax, Alolan Marowak, Girder, Mew, Raikou, Ribombee, Ditto, and the newly acquired Kommo-O. Yeah, Kommo-O is now on our team, guys. I dropped Haxorus for it because I really want another fire resist. That being said, another physical fire resist because Haxorus, yeah, it's a dragon, and yeah, it's got great speed and has Dragon Dance, and it's got an amazing attack stat. It's just not as bulky as Kommo-O, and Kommo-O can provide you with some defensive support options, which is really, really awesome. But we also have the Steelium Z, by the way, and I feel like we can definitely make an adjustment to the team with Kommo-O and make it even better than it was before. So let's get into what we actually brought. So let's start off with Pedro Lucian here, our Raikou. I believe it's this, yes, the second week we're bringing it, I think. Second or third week, I can't remember. Anyways, we are Assault Vest this week with Thunderbolt, HP Ice, Volt Switch, and Shadow Ball. Sorry. We are speed creeping a max speed Alolan Ninetales. This setup allows us to make sure we outspeed that thing, hit everything hard. I believe that's the fastest thing he has other than the Crobat, if I'm not mistaken. So we want to make sure we hit that everything else hard with T-Bolts, HP Ices for his ground types being the Stunfisk and the Donphan. We have Volt Switch to get out there on the Florges, and then we have Shadow Ball as well for the Aegislash. That thing will not appreciate taking 2 Shadow Balls, and I don't think it takes 1 even if he's in Blade form. So that's that. Oh yeah, and I should say that King's Shield is allowed in this league, so he does have access to King's Shield Aegislash. Anyways, moving on, we have Sohan's Dragon here, our Steelium Z holding Kommo-O, making its season debut. Our spread is so that at +1 we outspeed Crobat because we are running Dragon Dance this week. We have Iron Head, Dragon Claw, and Earthquake. This setup allows us to pretty much sweep his team. Once the Donphan is weakened, we can pretty much run through his entire roster, which is awesome. I love seeing that. Just hopefully we can put in a lot of work with this thing in its first week on our roster. Moving on, we have Wall Ryan here, our Celesteela with Autotomize this week. I believe it's the first time running a offensive, like sweeping version of Celesteela. We have the red card. Red card is there, so if we get hit, we survive the hit, I should say. Then our opponent will switch out, and that's really good because he has a lot of setup sweepers, being the Aegislash, being the Manaphy. The Buzzwole could be a potential problem if he gets like +2 or 3. I think we live a +1 T-punch from a Buzzwole, so that the good thing is there we can live that hit and then fire off back in acrobatics or whatever. So we have Autotomize to set up our speed. At +2 we should outspeed Crobat, and we outspeed an Adamant Scarf Buzzwole as well as a Jolly Scarf Incineroar, I believe. Max attack, the rest goes into HP. Didn't feel like I needed any other fancy EVs there. Next up though, here's where stuff starts to get kind of complicated. We have our Rotom-Wash here, which is 252 in HP, 60 in defense, 180 in special defense with a calm nature, then the rest I put into speed and special attack. So, to start off, we have our Rotom, which is never 2-KO'd by timid Alolan Ninetales' Freeze Dry, after Hail and Leftovers of course. Also, we are never 2-KO'd by timid Manaphy's Energy Ball, never 2-KO'd by modest Aegislash's Shadow Ball, or O-KO'd by modest Z Shadow Ball. We are also never 2-KO'd by Adamant Shadow Claw, and we're speed creeping a creeper basically. So the creepers will be going to 107, we'll go to 108 just to get a bit of extra speed there, and the rest went into special attack of course. So a really good set, hopefully we can put in a lot of work. Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Defog, and Pain Split. Its dual stab is very, very impressive against our opponent. I was kind of thinking of running an offensive set, but I really want to make sure I could get rid of screens, and Defog is there for that. Anyways, Pain Split is there also for recovery. Anyways, moving on though, we have Julius Fave here, our Mew. I originally was an offensive Mew set, double dancing Mew, and I felt like it would have worked, but I wasn't that confident in it, so I decided to change it up because I couldn't get up both the Nasty Plot and the Rock Polish. So I changed it up to this set, which is a very standard-ish Mew. It's a defensive Mew. We have Will-O-Wisp, Roost, Volt Switch, and Surf. Again, like I said, the dual stab hits his team. The dual stab of Rotom hits his team very hard, so I want to make sure we can capitalize on that. We have almost max. Well, I'll go with the speed first. Our speed is there for Adamant Buzzwole. I don't think he's going to bring Jolly Buzzwole, and if he does, that's a really big advantage for us because it lowers his attacking output, and that means our Celesteela can come in and just punish him, especially if he's not at like +2. So yeah, moving on though, we have our HP and defense, which is so we're never KO'd by Shadow Claw into Shadow Claw without a berry. So basically, we have the Casted Berry, which lowers the damage for output for super effective moves, super effective ghost moves on our Mew. So if the Aegislash sets come in, here's the Shadow Claw, we will live that first hit if we're at full for sure, and then we'll also live the next Shadow Claw because the 2 Shadow Claws, if he gets a max roll, it does 201 points of health at most. We have 205, of course, so that's great. And yeah, the rest was left over. I just popped it into special attack and special defense, just add a little bit more bulk and defense to us. Bulk and offense, I should say. Moving on though, our final Pokemon, again making its 4th appearance in 4 weeks, being honestly an amazing Pokemon for us so far. We have Rockwall the Ribombee with Infestation, Moonblast, Roost, and Quiver Dance. This set kind of came to me a bit like on a whim. It was a bit of a random set. I know Default gets rid of screens, but I want to trap in the Ninetales and get rid of them forever because an Aegislash behind screens is horrifying for me. So I have Infestation, Moonblast, Roost, and Quiver Dance, kind of standard-ish, except for Infestation. So I'll go over the spread because it's very fancy. We have our Ribombee with enough speed to outspeed a max speed Ninetales. We speedcraft that. Our HP and special defense, so we are never 2KO'd by Timid Moonblast at neutral, of course, R being neutral because Quiver Dance raises our special defense. We have 68 defense, that's so we are never OHKO'd by +2 Adamant Shadow Sneak from the what is it? Aegislash. And when we do have, and we do 2KO him with Moonblast when we're at a certain amount of boost, because I do want to make sure that we can kind of dent that thing, especially so that our Mew can come in, just click Surf or Volt Switch and make sure we take that thing out without having it get off 2 Shadow Claws against us. So that's that. We have a pretty good team this week. Hopefully we can pick up a win. So yeah, also make sure to like the video, comment your answer to the comment question today, and hit the subscribe button, guys. We are so close to 200 subscribers, if I could speak properly. Oh my god. Anyways, oh yeah, I should also say we are Sweet Veil because I'm worried about our opponent and his Alola Ninetales' Hypnosis. That's the issue there. That's why I'm not running Shield Dust. So that's that. Let's get into the battle. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back with the battle. I can tell you this one was an awesome one, so make sure you check it out. Stick around for the rest of the video. So, we have our Ribombee, Kommo-O, Mew, Celesteela, Raikou, and Rotom Wash, while our opponent has a Ninetales, Alola, a Buzzwole, Xatu, Aegislash, Manaphy, and Stunfisk. I'm honestly kind of surprised he brought the Xatu and the Stunfisk. I was expecting the Donphan, and what else was I expecting? Ooh, I can't really remember right now. That's embarrassing. Let me double check his roster really quickly because I want to make sure. I was expecting the Incineroar, that's it, because it could deal a lot of damage to our Celesteela. So, let's get into the battle, guys. I'm going to lead off with my Ribombee, assuming he's going to lead off with his Ninetales, and hopefully I get there. I'm going to turn off the volume just so there's no issues there, and I'm going to make this at, times 1.5. So, I lead off with my Ribombee, and we are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Aaron, and hopefully he leads off with his Ninetales because I want to get off Veil, and then in comes not Firefox. That's his beautiful, shiny Alola Ninetales, and I will click Infestation right away. That is by far my best play. I want to trap this thing, get rid of Veil as fast as possible. So I go for the Infestation here, and I do outspeed him. Thankfully he stays in, and I'm hoping he goes for Veil right now. But unfortunately, he is actually going to reveal the Blizzard, and we can't live 2 of those right now unless we decide to quiver up right now. So I have to go for the Quiver Dance, guaranteed here. I do live the next one. He does about 61 damage max, and we're at 65 right now. So there's a chance we might die to hail damage depending on his roll. But I go for the Quiver Dance here. I get my +1 in special defense, and thankfully he actually reveals the Aurora Veil right now. So that's great for us. He won't 2KO us now, so I can Roost up here, I believe, and then I think I go for a Quiver Dance again, and then I'll Roost up. Yeah, I believe that's the play. Anyways, my plan is just to Quiver Dance as much as possible now, get up to potentially +6 if I can. If I can, then I just run through his entire team. So Quiver Dance up, again, he's going to go for a second Blizzard. I'm trying to keep track of his Blizzards right now because once he's out of Hail, Blizzard only has, I believe, 70% accuracy, so he shouldn't be hitting too many of them. We let that hit comfortably, and now I can click Roost and gain back the majority of my health. I don't think he'll be able to 3KO us, 4KO us maybe even, with that now. The only issue is with this set is that once Infestation frees him, he can switch out, and he can then go into his Aegislash, and if I get the read wrong, whether it's the Moonblast or the Infestation, then his Aegislash will basically get free setup and pretty much wreck through our entire team, unless I Will-O-Wisp him with our Mew. So he now is well, at half HP, which is great. We're really whittling him down. I believe he has 1 turn left of or 2 turns left of Veil and 1 turn left of Hail. So I roost up here to get a ton of health back, and he's going to go for the Blizzard again. Hopefully he doesn't freeze us. I was really worried about that this game because the freeze is a bit of an issue, and now the Hail is gone, and I believe he is free from Infestation this turn, if I'm not mistaken. There we go, he is free from Infestation. So I go for the Infestation again, and for some reason he stayed in. I don't know why he did, but I guess he thought he was still affected by it, but we infest him again. We avoid this Blizzard. That was going to happen. 70% accurate. It's fine. I believe that's his 4th or 5th Blizzard right now. So I'm going to go for another Quiver Dance as his Veil wears off. So that's no more Veil for the rest of the match, which is amazing because he's not going to be freed unless he reveals Rest or something like that. Anyways, we're at now +3, +3, +3. He goes for the Blizzard. Look how little this does. That did nothing. That did like 35 points of health. We get back up to about 95 now, and we can go for yet another Quiver Dance here. And my plan is to go for Quiver Dance and then a Roost, because if we do that, we'll be at +4 all around, and then we'll be able to get up our Roost, get to about almost full, and he won't be able to do anything. Hopefully he misses the last Blizzard, because then we'll be at full, and we will have to live a +2 Shadow Sneak guaranteed. So let's get this Roost off, because this is the last turn of Infestation, and he will die to the next one. So I go for the Roost here, and we are back at full, and he's now going to reveal again the Blizzard. Hopefully he misses it. Does he? Nope, he lands it. I mean, that's fine. I'm kind of playing a little bit scummy, I might say. I'm at 124, 128 HP, whatever it is, and the Firefox, not Firefox, his Lola Ninetales goes down. So great early pickup for us, well, great early death for us, for our opponents. And he goes into Roadkill, which is kind of surprising. So I don't know what he's going to do. I click Moonblast here, reveal my last move, and he won't go down, but he loses a ton of HP. And that was a roll if he was not especially defensive, but he goes for the Toxic here. A little bit confused why. I thought he might as well just go for the Discharge, try and go for the Paralysis, but maybe he thought Sweet Veil was, maybe he thought we were, not Sweet Veil, but the other ability that stops secondary effects. Anyways, I'm going to go for a second Moonblast here before I lose out on too much more health. So I go for that Moonblast, and I take out this thing. And we are in an amazing spot, because now Ribombee picks up 2 kills, and it's not even meant to be offensive. This thing has 4 EVs in special attack. So anyways, we're doing really good. Our Ribombee's at 119 health. In comes Ban Me Please, his shiny, amazing shiny Aegislash. And I go for the Moonblast here. This should do just under half, and you're going to see here that we actually crit him, and that shows me he's pretty much defensive, especially defensive I should say. So he goes for the Swords Dance here, and we are at 101 health, I believe, after this, and I'm like, okay, well, this thing, goodbye, it was nice knowing you, you did great, you lowered him, he's in shield form, he's in, what is it, not shield form, sword form now, so we can go into our Mew and basically Will-O-Wisp him and make him tough. But he goes to the Shadow Sneak, and Ribombee lives on 1 HP, and then KOs him back with the Moonblast. Ribombee putting in the finest of work. This thing is a monster. It took down a Alola Ninetales, a Stunfisk, and an Aegislash, all without only having 4 EVs in special attack. That's amazing. That Ribombee set was perfect. I loved it. I send him my Rotom here. I see he sends an X-Wing to his Xatu, and I'm going to go for the Volt Switch here. I want to get out there, and I should outspeed. I should be underspeeding him, but for some reason I outspeed him and I crit him. So the crit really does suck. I definitely wouldn't have KO'd him if we didn't crit, and that shows me he was actually going to go for the Trick Room, which he told me after he did go for the Trick Room, and he was going to go into his Buzzwole, which is a sub-punch set, I believe, and he's going to just attack me, but I have my Celesteela in the back for that. So I go for my Mew here, hit Volt Switch again, and I outspeed this thing as well. That shows me he's a pretty bulky Manaphy. I go into my Raikou here, which is Assault Vest. So I can go fire off some T-Bolts and be very, very offensive and just attack this thing. And for some reason, he goes for the Calm Mind. Now, it's very, very interesting. I did not expect Calm Mind at all, but I'm just going to go for the T-Bolt. It's still 2 KO from his range. I don't know what item he is. I'm thinking maybe he's what is it? What item would he be? Expert Belt, something like that. Or I thought he might have been Wakanberry or even the Grass Berry, but I don't know why he would be the Grass Berry, honestly. But he goes to the Surf, and that does very little damage at +1. T-Bolt comes out, and we're able to finish him off. So Shambi's Girl, again, that's a shiny Manaphy, I guess. It doesn't look very shiny to me. That goes down too, and in comes 2 Mins and Jim, his Buzzwole. I'm going to click Volt Switch here. Thunderbolt. I'm going to sack off my Raikou here because this thing won't go down. And just over half, he goes to Earthquake, and he will finish us off, of course. And that allows his Buzzwole to get +1. Now I was looking around, I was like, okay, what can I take it? What can take the hits? And then I calculated, like, okay, yeah, Celesteela can live a +1 T-Punch. I don't know if he has room for it, but if he does, we do live it guaranteed unless he crits us. We live on, like, I believe 10 health at most. So we're in a decent spot. I can go for the Acrobatics now and take him out. I see he reveals the sub, and yes, that shows he's definitely a sub-punch set because, I mean, there's nothing he can do to us. This is done. If he goes for another sub, he goes down. the Drain Punch won't get back that much health, and he'll still be in range for Acrobatics. And the Leech Life, of course, is quad resisted. So he tightens his focus for the Focus Punch, and while Ryan comes in with the Acrobatics and finishes off the game. So we pick up a very, very nice 4-0 win over the Calgary Infernapes, coached by Aaron 2420. It was a great matchup, guys. Yeah, a little bit of hacks on our side. Well, on our opponent's side, we got. I'll move this back just so we can. There we go. So yeah, a little bit of hacks on our opponent's side. Just he got unlucky with the crit on the Zatu. That really does suck. We would be in what was it called, in Trick Room, and that's unfortunate. Our Cell Steal was still slower than the. It should have been slower than the Manaphy at that point, so we would have been fine there to just Seed Bomb away and do a ton of damage to him there. If he decides to set up our Cell Steal again, had the red card, that gets it out of there. We can then just go for Acrobatics and just try and hit people as hard as we can. What am I saying? Anyways, guys, so that is the battle. I hope you enjoyed this week. Make sure to answer the comment question of the day, which is what current typing is the most broken. And for me, it's absolutely Steel and Ghost. The dual stab is really scary. It's got a ton of resistances. It's got immunities to normal and fighting being like strong against Steel. So that's a really, really good pairing. Anyways, guys, that is the match. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video on the channel and you want to see other videos that go up this weekend and the rest of the year, I guess. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.